Hey there guys, I'm still getting everything ready, but I have Weagle pulled up to see what's popular in the top of my list. Looks like candle stocks, NIK's up. We'll take a look at those later. Ooh, RR's up. It's one of my favorites. We're looking at NAK, which was up in the pre-market. AKAN was also up in the pre-market. Not seeing them on my top 10 though. Where did they go? Hmm. Looks like they've been uh, overshadowed by a few other stocks. BNZI up 15%. RR. Oh, nothing's dipping already. I like RR. Nova. NVA. Nova Minerals. One's also up. Rytech Robotics announces hands-on collaboration with Microsoft through Microsoft AI Co-Innovation Labs to jointly develop, deploy agentic AI capabilities. Ah, great. Don't look things up. Don't use your brain, people. I'm not against AI. I just don't like I don't like that when I go to search something on here on my computer or even on my phone sometimes it feels like it's getting to be um it just pops up with a virtual assistant. No, if I wanted my virtual assistant, I would selected my virtual assistant and asked it for help, but I didn't. So stop forcing me to use it. Thank you. I haven't checked the Discord yet. Let me see what's going on in there. Alright, RR looks like it's coming back up. Well, okay, I actually looked away from the screen for a second, so it's not quite. It's, I don't know. What do we do? What are our minutes? Oh, I can't look at the 5 without pulling that down. That's unfortunate. Okay, now it's going back up. Anyway, there I am, guys. Um, okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna make a move on RR yet. It's not coming back up quite yet. I thought about it there for a second though when it started to go green. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait on that. So this is something that I didn't quite expect. If you look at the time at 8:05, it went from 378 all the way up to 468, which is not at a time frame that I would have expected it to do that, but it's just kind of how the stock market is, you know. Sometimes it just does what you're not expecting. Because I would have expected it to take off around 7:30, but it didn't. What was it doing at 7:30? It's 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 7:30, it didn't really do anything. 30 minutes later, it did something. Can I help you? Guys, give me a second, guys. Since this isn't doing quite what I wanted it to yet, I'm gonna grab some coffee and feed my greedy little cats because they're crying and they're bratty. Alright, I'll be right back. Hey, Vix. Okay, I got my camera back. Um, I mean, BNZI has stayed up. I mean, it's taken a little bit of a dip, but it's still up from this morning. Just looking for something to do a trade on. RGC keeps going up. Yeah, let's go look at BNZI again. There we go. That's interest. Good interest. Yeah, 5,000, 10,000, 11,000. But even that one's still not quite hitting my um, requirements to bid. So I have a choice. I can stick by my rules, which I have been trying to do, or I can just say whatever and go for it, which isn't the smart thing to do, but it could pay out. But I'm trying to show good trading habits, not bad ones. So I'm not going to make a move on it until it dings all my boxes. Because all of the losses that I've made recently were because the stock I was looking at didn't ding all the boxes. There was at least one thing that wasn't what I wanted it to be. A lot of times it's just the bid order. I'll see this and I'll pay too much attention to this and I won't be looking at the like how many units are being sold and bought at what price and things like that, which is important. It helps you keep an eye on stocks that are about to get shorted. It also helps you keep an eye on stocks that you need to get rid of. Because if everybody's selling all of their stocks, you probably don't want it. But that could be situational. It could just be panic over some news that turns out to be nothing. Um, if it doesn't look right, look it up or ask. I don't mind looking stuff up, provided I'm not currently in a trade. I will say, if I'm in the middle of a trade, I'm probably not going to. Looks like the Discord is mostly talking about all the snow. Could have earlier some 7:30 information. So today is today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So something that will be relevant tomorrow. No, this is from Lori. Big earnings Wednesday. Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, IBM, Starbucks, and some more companies. Thursday, Apple, ATT, and GE are doing earnings. So something to be aware of when companies do earnings, if their earnings are good, the stock will take off, at least for a little while. If the earnings are bad, the stock will tank like nobody's business. For these companies that I've listed, though, I would not imagine to zero. I would not imagine that. None of these companies seem to be going under, so their earnings should at least be good. Sorry, I'm looking at my cat. He's pouting. You pouting, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna turn my attention to BNZI for right now. Scalping Google, got a call out for that. Data in 3 minutes. Okay, yeah, BNZI. So let's see if I can get Thinkorswim pulled up before it stops taking off. Mm. Oh, wait. We're waiting on this one. We'll pull up Thinkorswim anyway, just in case, but it's not ticking our boxes right now. So if it's not ticking our boxes, I'm not gonna bid on it. Make smart trades. Follow your rules. It helps you be successful. If you don't follow your rules, it might work out for you, but eventually it will bite you. Unless you're just some stock trading savant, can just feel the market movement. It's taking a hot minute for Thinkorswim to load. Okay, while it does that, I guess I'm gonna go check on the coffee and see what the situation is with that. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, hang on. I'm having some technical difficulties. Give me a second. Okay, guys. I don't know what's going on with that, so I'm not going to switch over to Thinkorswim. I'm just going to try to do what I can on Webull, as much as I don't want to paper trade on Webull because I'm still frustrated with um the last time I tried to trade. we'll just do paper on here instead of Thinkorswim. Still doesn't have the buy volume that I'm looking for though for me to go in on it yet. Our R might have started to make a recovery. It did. It's red again. Okay, this one's starting to do something that I'm a little more interested in. High bids, 25,000, 12,000, 11,000, 20,000 down here, 26. Oh, it's not 26. So this has got a few big bids, so I'm a little more interested in it. I need to post the two stocks I'm looking at. Because this is paper, if I place this trade, I won't have a stop loss, and I won't have a take profit, so I need to pay extra attention, um, in this case. And it's not real money in this, but for practice sake, if you don't have those two things, you need to pay extra close attention. So on a regular trade, I would have made this adjustment to extended hours, but this won't hold this paper trade for very long. So there's not much point. But in normal trades, I would always hit extended hours because I don't want to be stuck in a trade. This one's going a little bit south for me, but let's give it see if it comes back up. So I bought it at 444. My goal is to sell it at least by 446. Um, I got it on the middle of that red candle. Strength on top though. Hmm, this one's looking a little less ambitious. 40,000 though at 420. We got a bunch of fives, sixes, sevens, 15. This is just on Weeble though. Your platform may show different um, buy interest because the platform that you're on only shows the buy interest for what it's got, like what it is putting out there. Yeah, words. Bear with me, guys. Don't do this to me. I said no and just didn't trade in you all morning. Okay, I'm looking at looks a little more optimistic. Start a couple big bids, 3 big bids that I can see that give me hope. So I'm having a software issue with my keyboard. It's not working. So I have my phone out, which I don't usually have on stream, but I have it out because I'm trying to post what I'm looking at in the group so that I can share information just like everybody else. Something that I have considered sharing, and I probably will. I just want to make sure it's cool with the people who've shared the story. Now, I'm not going to tell who, because it's none of anybody's business. But when our traders do have a bad trade and they want to share their experience and what went wrong, where they made their mistakes, and so on and so forth. As long as they're cool with it, I'd like to share those stories. Like I said, I'm not going to say who because nobody's business. If you're in the Discord, you'll know who. But yeah, I feel like that would be good for new traders to see when you have a bigger account where mistakes can be made, which I'd assume it's probably about the same as a little account, just, uh, sorry, someone's typing. I would prob I would assume it's probably the same as having a smaller account, just on a larger scale, which is, when you're trying to imagine making these big bids, if you're not doing it paper, you're just doing cash. It is just multiplying what you've done for profits or losses. Okay, we sold out. Yeah, we sold out at 446. Yay! We didn't make a lot on that. $2. I went in small. I was really unsure what it was going to do. So now I have to look at my next two rolls. So it hit all of the dings there. I gotta make sure it still hits all the dings there. I have a three. I have a never a third, never for a third roll. Um, so look at it go. Ooh, I should have waited. Look at that. Hey, we made green. It's paper, but we made green. But yeah, our is still going. So if you got on board with me and didn't sell out yet, you're making some nice profit here. I was talking and didn't up my bar, so that was my own fault, but it's not a loss. It's still green, still profit. Okay, so Dipsky Chick posted she got in a dip on RR, and it said it is also short sell restricted, so today sellers will have to sell the bid, which makes it harder to short. Sold half, looking are holding the rest as long as that higher low hold around 430. I will add some if we get a new high of the day. Yeah, so got some other interest in RR. Thank you, dear. And it hit 460. I could go back in on this one again, 10,000, 16,000, 20,000, 20,000. Okay, so this still hits all of the categories that I'm wanting. Hmm, it might be a little high. This may be the high of the day, I'm not sure. But we'll just see. A previous high, that's a red bar. I don't think that's a high. I think that's a previous low. I gotta look at that, but I don't want to move past this because I need to keep an eye on where it's at. So it's expected to go possibly to 452. I think this might take a little bit of a dip for just a minute and then come back up. But yeah, RR is one of it's a stock that I kind of came across. I think I actually I might have found it while we were on stream, but I took a chance on this stock. I made some money off of it, and it's been kind of like I don't know, one of my favorites. Though there was some questionable news, but the stock is still moving, so and that was a while ago. I haven't heard anything like that, but they do have a new deal with I read it earlier. What was it? Nope, I didn't read it on here. Is it Microsoft? I think I was, yeah, we were talking about that earlier where I was complaining about um the AI. So if you're interested in SPY, it's apparently $1 away from the all-time high, and QQ is about it has almost hit the all-time high as well. We're looking at RR, but if you're interested in those, take a look. SPY is usually a um, pretty expensive stock normally. So as I look at this, I tell myself I should already be in this trade. But as I watch it go up, I tell myself, if you get in now, it might not, might not. Oh hey, there's 30,000, 33,000 for 464. You know what? Let's go. Let's be a gambler today. Why not? This might bite us, but I've been kind of bored not having the not being able to trade. It's yeah. Okay, how much are we wanting to gamble? It's tightening up right now. So, make me make me a liar. Big seller at 475. Okay, so let's get in before 475. We're at 465. I want 12,000 at 465. No, and then she goes down. So let's wait, see how far she dips. Now this one has some had has had some good movement today. Look at these large candles. Now these are all, of course, under $1, but depending on how many you buy, that stacks. So I went ahead and I switched my order to 500 instead of 100. So if I had done the same, my profits would have been larger earlier. Weakness on both ends. I don't know. Let's check the 5 minutes and see what it's doing. I like having my screen wide like this with my chart. I like having my chart wide like this because I can just quickly click through these buttons. Something that Thinkorswim does not have. It does. It's just not all spread out like this. You have to go to the top and select each minute and then click from the drop down. It's a little less convenient. Um, so I do like that Webull is set up this way. It just seems that Thinkorswim is a more reliable platform to put in trades quickly and get them through. Webull seems to take a little bit longer. Cats can't stop opening my door, can they? So what do we see? Let's see, we got 27,000 at 450. Let's just go 462 and see what happens. Now, this one's a little more of a gamble. This is still a good stock. I'm still sure about that, but ooh, maybe we definitely, mm, should we have done that? Should we have done that? Should we have done that? Next minute, I'm like right under that. Come on, give me my bid. Give me my bid. Give me my 500 units of RR. Okay, so now we're just gonna wait. And getting FOMO, guys. I want to be in this trade already. Of course, as soon as I want to be in this trade, then I'm in it, hit tip, and it'll dip on me. So, that's how it goes. So, the optimistic, uh, s- uh, the optimistic, um, yeah, that just, so at 480, I got, see, 53,000. Um, so what I would hope is that it'll hit that because at 480, uh, I'd be making some pretty decent profits. We're not talking $1 million, but for most people, a couple $100, most people could use that. All right, so we're not gonna put a sell on yet. We're just gonna wait. Give it a minute to cool off. We might have bought it a little high. I was just getting bored. I'll be honest, I was bored, guys. I would follow my rules so good. Technically, I didn't break one because it's still within the 20. I still have big bids here, 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 and that's almost a big bid. I mean, it is a big bid, but it's not big enough. And there's another one. Okay, so we've got four big bids that interest me. I'm a little more secure about this because you can't short sell it today because it's restricted, which I didn't know. I actually want to ask her where she gets that information from. Okay. I'm just having all sorts of technical difficulties today, guys. I'm going to ask her where she finds that information so that I can also find similar information. Because we're not always looking at the same stocks. Sometimes, they'll be looking at like a lot of the times, be looking at Tesla or Google or yeah, they do SPY. I don't hate those stocks. They're just big stocks, and I'm not with my account properly funded, I could do the trades, but I'm not quite comfortable there yet. And don't push yourself, guys. If you're unsure, just wait. There's nothing wrong with not losing your money. Okay, so I'm expecting a little bit of a cool off. Like I said, we got a little high. If we had just waited, we could have got it here, but we didn't because we got impatient. Don't get impatient, guys. And don't drop the bids. Keep this coming. Mm-hmm. Don't disappoint me. I like you, RR. I don't know why, but I do. But I do. That's from a movie. Post if you recognize the movie it's from. Okay, so we're going a little blue, now we're red. Maybe here in a minute it'll pop back up. And if you do make a bad trade, which this one could totally go south on me, I'm down $18 on my 500 units that I purchased for $4.61. And if this were to tank on me, I would have to accept that as a loss. But don't let it completely discourage you from trading. If you feel that you're making a bunch of mistakes and you're concerned that you're going to lose all your money, just go back to paper, give it a little bit of practice, get to know the stocks a little better, and then switch back over. I know experienced traders who are, they still do that. You can make $1 million, but paper trades are still good for practice. Come on. You took your dip. No, back up. Shh. That was a rocket, in case you didn't know. Oh, what we doing? Here we are. Come on, come on. Ow. Let's go back to the 1 minute so I can see what it's doing a little, minute by minute. I might be one of the only people that watches the 1 minute in the group. Most of the other traders, they watch the 2 minutes and the 5 minute, or 2 minutes. I think a couple of them watch the 4 minutes. I like five because I got it 1, 2, and 5. And even in the uh yeah, in the 1 minute, I can look and see what the 5 minute looks like. So one, two, oh, here we go. Yep, yep, yep. Come on, break 468. So we were saying that we'll go ahead and put a sell up there for 475, just in case. It might not hit it, but I want to go ahead and have that in case it does. No, not 467, 475. What are you doing? Keyboard's not working. I'm gonna break this thing, I swear. Ooh, come on, come on, get it, get it, get it, get it. It's paper, but it's still exciting because if I'd actually been trading, I'd be up 60 bucks. Come on, come on. 475. Now, let's check our big sells. So we still have that big sell for 51,000 units at 480. I want to be done with it before that gets there. Yeah, we may back down a couple of cents. We'll see. We'll see. Come on, 475. You're almost there. You're just so close. You're so close. Stop it. I act like I act like it'll listen to me. It won't. Come on. If I was trying to sell it at 474, I'd already be out. Weakness on the top, strength on the bottom. Ah, so close. Come on. Come on, don't do this. Okay, let's check the daily flow. Okay, so it was here. The bottom line here was still above. So it was the peak right here at 1010 was 456, 455. Okay, so yeah, it's um so something that I was told by one of the um older traders, which I believe is true, and I'm also pretty sure this is lots of people have said this, but actually I know a few people have said this. Well, there's just one person in particular that said it to me that comes to mind. Anyway, I need to watch that. So the um the reserve and the resistance flip, and this is a perfect example. Here's the top line, here's our peak, 456, and then it took the dip and it came back up, and when it dipped again, it was up about 455. So that's a pretty good, it's not perfect, but it's a pretty good example of what happens. Once it goes up, this becomes our new low. it should become our new low, as long as the stock's not tanking. But that is what you can expect. That's what I've seen happen. Um, that's also what I've been told happens. Yeah, it happens. So that makes me more secure that I don't have to worry about, stop it, no. I don't have to worry too much immediately about it dropping below 455. Come on, come on. I'm gonna start banging on my desk. Come on, it's a penny. Give me that penny. I should just stop being stubborn. I should just stop being stubborn. It did hit 475 for a second. My bid apparently was not far enough on the list for it to take me, but that's okay. Don't like that little baby dip. Don't like it at all. Hmm. It's hmm. What's the 5 minutes look like? Down on the 5 minutes. 2 minutes. Making faces at it. I'm gonna mean mug it here in a minute. Maybe that'll do something. It's getting close to time. Um, I want to go over some stocks at the end of the day. So if I had just gave a penny, I could have made 62 bucks off that trade. So far, I've been stubborn and have not given. Um, Now I'm up 30, 27 now. So my profits are decreasing because I was stubborn. Uh, but we're still green. 36, 32. I'm gonna try to get out of this trade relatively soon because I wanted to go over some of my long-term interests before I hop off. That yawn came out of nowhere. Must still be tired. Okay, so basically, if she says, I asked her how I look up short sell restrictions. And she said basically if a stock is down 10% on the previous day, it becomes SSR, which is short sell restricted, the next day. Give me some time and I will tell you where I go to confirm. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. It's very informative. Okay, now looking back at our situation, we wanted 475, we're being a little optimistic. We're probably gonna, we may have to drop this down. Let's keep checking the buy interest, guys. Keep looking at it. That is one of the mistakes that I make. I will be paying too much attention here. Can you see it? Yeah, okay. Too much attention here and not enough attention here. You need to watch both. And this is also good to watch up here too, because this tells you what it's selling at right this second. So like right now, it is selling at 468, now 467. But yeah, watch these three. And this is very similar to this. I like having both open. Some of the other traders prefer this one. Not all of the platforms have it set up like this, at least as far as I can tell. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know a little bit more about Thinkorswim than I do. I haven't figured out. Well, I can't even log in to to check it, but I don't recall having that on my other screen. But I like having all of the different um, charts so that I can, like the order books and the ladder, time and sales and all that, so I can keep track of it. But you do need to have the chart, time and sales, and at least one price ladder to keep track of where the buy and sells are. Ooh, are we gonna get it? Yeah, we did it! We made 72 bucks, guys. I love that. Okay, so I have a rule. Third time's a charm. That's why we don't do the third time, because the third time is the time I get bit. So this stock is looking optimistic based on for ah words, guys. They're just I'm like that all the time though. I act like it's something that never happens to me. Okay, so one of the other traders was saying that they were looking into buying more units if this broke 475, which it did. I'm gonna post our just broke 475. Just to let them know that it did break that. Um, but yeah, so I was saying, uh, I was reading in the Discord earlier, one of the other traders was going to try to get some more at 430 if this broke 475, which it did. So I would expect them to purchase some more shares. They have not confirmed as of yet, but we're going to move on to my long-term stocks that I like to watch because we made our money for the day, and I have a rule, don't go for a third time on the stock because I get bit every single time. Yeah, every single time actually. Or I will miss out on the first one and I'll make out. Like I've also had it to where I lost the first bid and then also made the second two. But like I said, I've not been quite so lucky um, to flip a stock 3 times and come out green every single time. But enough about that. Let's look at our longs. So Hecla Mining, it's a new one that I'm interested in. It's not a new company, but it's new to me. I've only been watching it for a month or so. Have not put any bids into it. Just checking to see what it does. They mine gold, copper, and silver. This is an Alaskan mining company. And this mine, I have to look that back up. This mine was producing more than was expected, I believe, over the last year. Check me, fact check me. Hecla Mining, that's the company. I'm not going to look it up right now. I'm just telling you, this is one of the ones I'm interested in. So I've been keeping an eye on it. NAK as well. NAK's had some great movement lately. Ups and downs. 266. Nice. I prefer to buy this one at 180, but I'm not opposed to buying it at, you know, $2. So with this one, I like to get it when it dips real hard, because it does. It'll dip real hard and it'll come back up. Um, what is news on this? We will look up news for NAK because that's been um something that they've been struggling with getting their mine opened up. It's open. It's just They can't. Keyboard's not working. Okay, we're not going to look that up. Yeah, we will. We'll look it up on our phone. It's not how I wanted to do it, but whatever. The EPA has been fighting NAK. So let's see if there is any news. So January 14th, they have a new board director, Stephen Meyer. That was dumb. I had a link to the website, which took me right back to the website that I was already on reading. That's why? Okay, so no news that the EPA has um, pulled back. They did elect a new board of directors. What is his name? Stephen Myers, I believe, is what I just said. But nothing saying that they're going to be able to start mining in the mine yet. But one to watch, NAK. It's a good one. Like I said, I like to buy it on dips, but you can still get it a couple bucks and make profit. You just didn't make quite as much. NVA, which is one that we were looking at earlier, that took off. Oh wow, all the way to 1139 earlier. Let's look at it on the big chart though. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay. Yeah, so it took off to 1139 for just a little bit. Um, Looking at now, 5 minutes, so in 10 minutes it went, sorry. In 10 minutes it went from 1024 to 1139. That is some action that I would have liked to have been part of, but we came in to this late, so we didn't. And it's a good thing we didn't play with it because she dipped. She did come back up a little, but not up there yet. These two bars are wide, so I'd say they're probably going to meet somewhere in the middle. That's a guess. That's a guess, though. Because this one seems to be trending down a little bit, and this one's trending up, so I would say they'll probably meet, I don't know, somewhere right here, 1060 maybe. Like I said, I'm guessing, though. Don't bet your money on this one. I have not fiddled with this stock a whole lot. It's still new to me, but it's what I'd imagine. Here in the next 5 minutes, they're going to meet right here. Aha! 1060. What I tell you? What I tell you? 1062. I was 2 pennies off. Whatever. Okay. But yeah, so those are the ones I'm interested in. Hecla, NAK, NVA. I like mines. I like the mining industry. It's done well for me, and as long as there are things to mine, it will continue to do. So, but yeah, I hope that everybody has had green trades today. And if you didn't, I hope that you learned a little bit of something from it. Maybe made a new rule. That's what I do. When something doesn't work out for me, I say, okay, maybe we need to make a rule. And if it keeps happening, then I definitely make it a rule. But anyway, but yeah, thank you guys for watching me here on Trader Z, and I will catch you tomorrow. I'm gonna be on, try to be on at 9. I will be live by 9:30 though to catch the morning movement. But I will see you guys later. Bye.